Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining us for today's webinar, where we'll be telling you a bit more about the latest GetResponse auto funnel feature. We're happy to be here with you guys. My name is Michael, and I'm joined here by Abby. And we're very happy that we can share you some best practices and ways how you can use the auto funnel feature to help you grow your business. And I know that some of you have actually started using the funnels. In fact, we've seen over 8,000 funnels being created already, which is super exciting. We're psyched about it. So we really hope that today's session will help you out use this new tool more effectively. Before we begin and move on to the main part of this presentation, I've got this one question for you guys. I'd love to ask it whenever we're doing a webinar. So there you have it. Where are you joining us from today? What wonderful places are you joining us from? I've seen about 2,000 people joining us, registering for today's webinar. And I bet you guys are joining us from some wonderful places. I can see Canada, Montreal, Ontario, Nancy from Ecuador, brilliant. So happy that you guys are joining us today. I bet the time difference is crazy in these places. It's 6 p.m. where we're joining from. So thanks for all that. Today, the plan for today is to talk about the auto funnels, and the presentation shouldn't take longer than 1 hour. It will be done in that time. And everyone's always asking whether the session will be recorded, and absolutely, as always, we're recording it and we'll send it to you tomorrow. So don't worry, if you want to watch it later on at your own convenience, in your own time, you'll be able to do so. The agenda for today is I'm going to start with a quick intro to marketing funnels and auto funnel. Then later on, Abby will be doing a live demo. She'll be building a marketing funnel right in front of your eyes. And then we'll have a short Q&A session afterwards. That said, if you happen to have any questions, feel free to ask them during the presentation using the chat to your left. You've already used it so many times here answering my previous question. I'll be moving to the chat later on as well. So if you want to ask any questions, feel free to do so. And before we actually move on to the main part, I've got one more question for you guys and one favor later on. So this one is actually going to help us plan our product development and content development projects better. So my question to you is, what kind of products and services you'd like to sell through your funnels? We've seen entrepreneurs and marketers already building funnels that sell ebooks, online courses. Some of them use them for physical products and some other professional services. So please do let us know what kind of products and services you're thinking of selling through marketing funnels, or you've already used in the marketing funnels, so we can help better prepare our content materials and product, so steer it towards your needs and your preferences. Brilliant, I can see some answers already. Don't worry if we don't look at them right now. We'll export the chat and use these answers later on, and we'll be able to follow up with your questions as well after the webinar if you happen to have more questions. One suggestion, if you happen to have any questions or would like to speak to like-minded people, want someone to look at your landing page, check out your marketing funnel, you can do that through our Facebook group. It's called Landing Page and Funnel Experts, and there are over 5,000 people already. Some very brilliant conversations happening there, people helping each other out. So if you want to join that, if you don't want to miss out on the latest information about the product itself as well, please join us here on the Facebook group, because this is where we can all learn and exchange ideas. This is where we're going to actually ask you guys for more help when we're going to be developing new features as well. So feel free to join us over there. That out of the way, we can now move on to the main part of the presentation and talk about marketing funnels. And I'm sure that you guys have heard about marketing funnels before. You might have known them as sales funnels, conversion funnels. Some of them call them purchase funnels or something else that's similar. They're roughly the same thing. The theory behind them isn't actually that complex. It's based on the belief that consumers go through a number of stages before they finally buy your product. So typically, you'd have to first make your consumers aware of your products. Then you'll be convincing them that your offer is better than anything else out there. And finally, convince them to buy something, take action, and buy from you. Well, this all sounds nice and easy, but in the online world, with the number of tools available, this has become rather complicated. Normally, to create a funnel, you'd have to set up social media ads, then develop a landing page, set up autoresponder email sequences to nurture your leads, then set up an exit intent form if you wanted to convert some of them, come up with cart abandonment offers to squeeze out something more out of the people that haven't converted yet. Then you would have to connect your payment processes and connect multiple platforms together. If you ask me, that's a lot of work. Plenty of places where your money could be leaking out. So we decided to take a slightly different approach when we're creating a marketing funnel solution here in GetResponse, the auto funnel feature that we're talking about. We wanted it not only to help you better visualize the whole journey, but also streamline all of the processes so you won't get lost on the way. We want the marketers to, like yourselves, to be able to run your marketing campaigns inside of one single tool. So to drive traffic, grow your list, showcase your expertise, nurture leads, and sell products all in one place. But before you start actually building a marketing funnel, it's worth noting that there isn't one single formula that's going to work for all types of products and services. The funnel type you will use will have to depend on the goal that you want to achieve with them. So we chose to divide the funnels into sales funnels that let you sell online and physical products. We've seen our customers already using them to sell ebooks for $5 or t-shirts, all the way to selling drones costing several $1,000s. Then we have lead funnels that let you build your audience and email list. And of course, we have webinar funnels that let you sell your expertise through online webinars. Notably, funnels can be used by entrepreneurs and marketers from various types of businesses. These could be used by local businesses. For example, someone who's got a wedding planning business, or someone who's organizing photography workshops and vacations. We've actually got customers that do that. And for example, they could be using them, using the marketing funnels to first attract traffic with Facebook ads to a page containing a lead magnet. And then they could be nurturing these leads through a series of emails with free content. Then after a few messages, they could turn them into paying customers by driving them to their sales page containing a limited time exclusive offer. Of course, there are many different ways they could use them. And then, for example, business consultants and online marketers, they could do the same thing, but instead of offering a physical product or service, they could be selling an ebook, a course, or an online workshop. Before us carry away, it might sound complex, but the good news is that you don't have to know all that stuff right away. You don't have to brainstorm for hours the ideas for your own funnels. We've actually worked with some of the top class experts like Ian Cleary of Razor Social, Talia Wolf from Get Uplift, or Leslie Samuel of Become a Blogger to help. They helped us prepare over 30 full scenarios you can use right away. Actually, next week or so, we'll be going to launch about 10 more. So all you have to do there is just enter your own copy, edit the one that we've provided you with, add your products, and connect your payment processes, and then you can start just selling online, which is super easy. And as I said, almost 8,000 funnels have been created through GetResponse over the course of a month, which isn't that long after all. So I hope after today's session there'll be at least 1,000 more. But leaving a theory behind, I'm going to pass the microphone now to Abby, where she is going to be building a funnel right in front of your eyes live. So I'm moving now to the chat, switching off my microphone, and going to speak to you later on.
Great, thanks a lot, Michael. So yes, everyone, my name is Abby. I'm really happy to be here today with you all and talk more about how to build a funnel inside of GetResponse Auto Funnel. So if you just give me a second, I'm going to share my screen so you all can see what I'm doing inside of Auto Funnel. And we can get started, and we're going to build a funnel together from start to finish, so you all should know every step of the way what you need to do to set that up. And so here we are right now. on my dashboard inside of my account. So this is where we're all going to be starting from whenever we first get started. And so simple as that, we go to the menu and we just choose auto funnel. And this is where the fun begins. You can see I've got a lot of funnels already created for lots of different scenarios here on the manage page, where we'll be landing once we complete this funnel that we're going to be building together. And so I'm going to go now to create funnel, just as you all will do. And we just need to set up the name for our funnel. And it draws your attention here below that we automatically create a new list in your account based on the name that you give this funnel here. And so I'm going to be taking on a persona of, let's say, like a business consultant. I do some business coaching. And so I'm going to be, setting up various funnels and products related to my business coaching. So I'm just going to call it, business consulting for now, of, the name of this funnel that I'm going to be creating. And then I've got some choices about what I want my funnel to do. Selling a product. And, we really want to emphasize to you all that a product is literally anything that you're selling. It's a t-shirt, an ebook, a drone, like we talked about. It's a consultation, an online course, whatever it is that you're selling. That's what a product is. You can build a list. So if you're maybe not ready to start selling online just yet, or you're wanting to do like a pre-launch campaign and start, building some buzz around something before you're ready to actually launch it, you could do a, type of funnel called like a list building funnel, or promoting a webinar. So if you want to, have a funnel that's all about promoting a webinar, whether it's free or actually paid, that's what you could do here. But I'm going to choose to sell a product. And then you've got one more choice to make here if it's a full sales funnel or a quick sales funnel. So the difference is simply that a quick sales funnel has you just create a sales page where you promote your product and then confirm the purchase. So this would be a great idea if you have a product or an audience that's like eager to sell or to buy, of course. You're ready to sell and they're ready to buy. But the full sales funnel is kind of more of the standard buyer's process that we talk a little bit more about, where we, start from getting someone's email address and then we, nurture them, warm them up, so to speak, with, some email marketing to get them familiar with our brand, get them used to us, trust us, and then be ready to buy. So this is what we're going to do now, is the full sales funnel. And now, the next obvious question is, what is it that you want to sell? We need to go ahead and clarify that now before we go forward. And so you can see that you can select what's called a store. And a store is just like, what a store is. It's a place that holds your products. And so you can create many different stores and GetResponse based on maybe the currency you're selling in, or, the business or the different types of brands that you may have. But I'm going to show you what it's like to actually create a brand new store. And you can see that you can create what's called the GetResponse store, which is great. Maybe you're not, you don't have an account with an e-commerce platform. You're not, selling online or paying for that kind of hosting. That doesn't stop you anymore from actually selling online. Now you just create a GetResponse store and you can actually upload, your products, your ebooks, or, whatever it is you're selling in a GetResponse store. But if you are already selling online and you have an account with any of the e-commerce platforms you see here, it is super simple to integrate your account with them and then automatically import products that you already have in this account that you have into GetResponse and then use them on your marketing materials. And we're going to be continuously adding more integrations with other e-commerce platforms, but these are the ones we've got for now to get started. And so that's an option to create or connect an existing store. But we're just going to create a GetResponse store. And so I'm going to, again, just call this like business consulting. We can assume that moving forward in my business, I would probably be, uploading lots of products related to my business consulting business. And you can also see here that you can specify in which currency you're going to be charging your customers within this store. So you can see you can search through many currencies that are available, but I'll stick with USD for now. So we need to choose create. And now there's just another step, which is also very important, which is adding products to our store. So exactly what I want to, in the end, be selling through this sales funnel. So this is also a very simple and, kind of fun step, really. It feels really productive while you're doing it. So you want to add your product. And so you can see you've got 4 choices here about what you're selling, but you can really kind of customize it. For example, it says like an ebook for a downloadable file, but this could be a checklist, this could be a guide. It's a file that you want someone to download after they buy from you. An online course, so if you want them to start receiving emails from you after they do this purchase, whether it's emails with, videos in them or just some educational content, a service, like it says, a photo shoot or website design, you could choose that, or a physical product as well. So these are kind of the first decisions to make. And, the kind of, what comes into play here, or the difference between them, we could say in some aspects, as probably you'll see as you start clicking around, is the delivery method. Because you see I chose online course, and if I scroll down, it says how will you deliver the product to your customers. And for example, GetResponse is perfect for hosting, email online courses, so that you could automatically copy them to a list in your GetResponse account that you've set up with autoresponders to, deliver that content that they paid for. So automatically, after someone would buy your course, we would copy them to the list in your account that is specific for this paid course. Or, for example, in the example we're going to do in this webinar today is going to be selling a downloadable file, and indeed an ebook. And you can see that we would be actually uploading our, let's say, PDF file that our ebook is in, and it will automatically be presented to customers after they purchase. And I'll show you what that looks like at the end for them to download it automatically. So that's why you'd be doing that here. So just, you can take a moment as you're adding your products to see kind of the options you have for delivery methods and what actually fits the particular, product, so to speak, that you're wanting to sell. So with that said, let's move forward with our ebook. So remember, we're in this consulting mindset. And so I'm going to call this file name is what we're going to be, naming our product. This is going to be presented all over our marketing assets moving forward in our funnel. So you need to name it here what you want your customers to see. So this is the name of my ebook. So I'm calling it like 20 ways to improve your coaching business. So I'm going to be consulting coaches how to coach better, so to speak. And so now we need to give a description of our ebook. So, why someone should be buying this. So like learn the must-have foundations that all successful coaches, without typos of course, need to know. Simple as that. Then of course a price, so how much is that going to cost? Is it $5, $1, $50, $1,000? I feel good about myself, so I'll say it's $50 worth of an ebook. And now we need to upload to the image. So this is going to be shown, again, all of this information that we're entering as, our product presented in our marketing assets. So in the case of an, ebook, we could say this would be like a cover. The cover of our ebook. That looks really good. And you can choose from your files and images. And you probably see a pop-up I just got from Food Network. Don't get too hungry. And you can see that I have prepared, I made this like cover image that I want, that is like the cover of my ebook. And you can upload it from your computer, or I already uploaded it to my GetResponse account. And so that's going to be there. And so that just, you can resize it as well so it looks, and we optimize it so it looks good in your emails that you're sending and on your landing pages. And now I need to upload the product file, so my actual ebook itself. So we can say it's a PDF that I have on my computer. So I'm just going to select the file, and here we go, my coaching ebook PDF. And you can see it's been uploaded, and now you have an option that, if you want people to be copied to another list in your account after they purchase. So if there's some particular list you have set up that's specific for customers, totally up to you. You can choose, or you don't want to copy them to another list, because remember, when we gave our funnel a name, I mentioned that we're going to be creating a list in your account associated with the funnel. So people who sign up and give their email address as a part of this funnel will be automatically added to that list in your account. And this method here would simply be copying them into another list additionally if you choose to do so. And then if you do so and you have autoresponders in that list, you could choose to add them into the autoresponder cycle so they could begin to receive those messages. It's totally up to you. But I'm going to click Save, and we have done the very big job, but kind of easy and fun, of creating our product. So I've got my business consulting store, and I'm going to be first selling an ebook about how to improve your coaching business. And the next is to go ahead and choose your payment processor. So we've got these 4 options now for how you would like to make it available for your customers to buy this product. And we're going to be always developing more options for payment processors. These are the 4 we've got now to start, but we're going to be adding a lot more, kind of really personalized ways that you're going to be able to let your customers buy. But for now, we can keep it simple. We've already integrated our PayPal account, but we also can use Stripe, Blue Snap, or PayU. Totally up to you. And once I click Save, we are good to go, and now we see our funnel wizard. So these are the steps that we're going to take and create these assets so that we can be able to start sending some traffic, building our audience, and leading them through this funnel. And I know maybe it's a little bit jarring. You went through all of that setup of your product, and now you're like, okay, where is it? Well, the good news is it's waiting for you. But first, what we need to do is literally move back up the funnel. So the top of the funnel, where we first start getting some fresh new signups, some new contacts, people who are maybe just signing up or hearing of our business for the first time. And so we want to create a sign-up page where we're going to be, hopefully enticing them with what we call a lead magnet or an incentive to sign up and leave their email address. And so this is where these templates, and we kind of almost call them, you may see sometimes, scenarios. Because the templates that you see here, these designs and themes will follow you throughout all of the other assets that you're creating in your funnel. So for example, if I'm going to choose this particular template, there is a corresponding template in this theme for our follow-up autoresponders, our sales pages, order pages, confirmation pages, all of that. Of course, you don't have to stick to the template theme throughout the steps if you don't want, but we have created these full scenarios for you to help make it easier for you. So like Michael said earlier, you don't have to rack your brain for all the steps that you need to make sure not to forget about. It has already been set up for you. You just need to customize it. And so it's in this step where we want to we would be sending, this traffic initially, kind of promoting on social media, let's say, to get people to actually, get to know a little bit more about my coaching business and leave their email address to get some tips, and hopefully start getting some autoresponders from you, let's say. So this is just a generic sign-up page. I could, just, call it sign-up page. This is just internal for me. And go to the next step. And then we're going to open up the editor and we can customize it now. And Monster is loading. He's got a lot of code to crunch, and there we go. And so this is the part where you would just be customizing it, fixing the copy so that it matches actually what you're going to be promoting. You can see it did automatically. This is a cool little thing. This is all of that product work you did, giving it your name, the description, uploading your image, the button. But I'm, in this case, not actually ready to start promoting my ebook just yet. People don't know me yet, so they may not be ready to spend $50 to help their coaching business. So I'm actually delete this, which is totally cool. And I just want to draw your attention to a couple of things. There's automatically an exit pop-up configured for you for this page, so that if someone lands on this page, from different traffic sources, and then they go to leave the page without leaving their email address, this would automatically be popping up to entice them to stay and leave their email address. And you can customize this, of course, as well to change the copy, change the number of fields that are going to be there, and additionally the settings that actually, how it actually is triggered to come up. So these are things that you can actually, of course, customize as well. But if you don't want an exit pop-up, you can see this little trash icon and you can simply remove it. So that's no problem. Another thing to bring up is this icon right here. Because I know there's lots of, interesting looking editing options, and we won't have time to go through all of them today. But I will draw your attention to this icon, which is the icon that refers to your product box. And so for some reason, in this step, it could very well be applicable in some cases. You wanted to start promoting, your product on this page, where people are usually just leaving their email address. You can do that by just dragging and dropping it, and then there's your product. So simple as that. And so I can just, for example, change this, a little bit. Is your coaching business, just to get us in the mindset, yield the results you're looking for. Sure, that works for me. That's pretty close to what I would be wanting to say. I might just get rid of this for now, my logo. I don't have one, we can say, or I just won't be updating it yet. This would probably be your image, let's say, if you're the business owner, you are the ultimate coach, You could be uploading it, your own image and introduce yourself. And then our lead magnet, our incentive is to sign up for, weekly coaching tips. Free, so people can just, this copy here would be you telling all about how you know everything about business consulting, business coaching, why they should sign up, and be receiving your weekly newsletter about these tips. But I'm going to just leave this section so we don't get kind of lost. So pretend for me that we went ahead and went through all this copy and changed it to be about business consulting, but I don't want to waste too much of our time. Doing that, I think you all get it. But another thing to see is this thank you page. This tab right here is what people will see after they submit this form, or even as well the exit pop-up form. Whenever they leave their email address, you can actually, they will be going to this thank you page. So you can customize this as well to make sure it lets them know how they'll receive the lead magnet you're talking about on the sign-up page and so on. And just in case it's not clear, on your forms you can of course add additional fields right here. If there's other information you need when people sign up, you can do that right here. And as well, you can edit the mobile version of the page right here as well. But again, for the sake of time, I won't jump into that aspect because I do want to keep building our funnel. So let's say that this first step is good to go for us. We got it customized and we just want people to leave their email address there. We're good to go. And so now I need to just do some SEO settings. So, the page title and description. And so I can just do this, coaching tips straight to your inbox is our page title, and description is, get top weekly coaching tips straight to your inbox and start seeing results. And now here's a pretty big part, is your page URL. So if you already have a domain, if you have a website that you're doing for your coaching business, let's say, you could go ahead and integrate it with GetResponse so that this page that we're building can actually live on your domain or subdomain. And so that's probably something it's very important. So you would definitely check out these help links that we have here that walk it through step by step exactly how to make it so that this page can actually direct, or live on your domain subdomain. So this instance right here for the webinar, I'm just going to call it, free ebook sign up, just for this purpose. But this is an important part because the URL that you choose in this step of your funnel, your sales page and order form and confirmation page are all going to live within the domain that you're choosing. And so they're going to be, a subdomain of the domain that is initiated here. So just keep that in mind. And now one more important part before we move forward is this step right here, thank you page. Thank you page in this, instance refers to what people see after they submit the sign-up form. So in this is automatically choosing the sales page. So that's going to be what we're creating in just a moment to present your products and people will be completing their purchases. And so automatically, with this left like this, when someone submits their form, the form on this page we were just designing, they would go straight to your sales page. But if you're not ready for that yet and you want them to go to that tab that I showed you inside of the editor that you maybe customized and said, thanks for signing up, that's actually this choice right here, default thank you page. So this is kind of an important thing to just stop yourself when you get to this step and think, what do I want people to see? Where do I want them to go when they submit my form? Default thank you page is that thank you page tab in the editor, but then you also have the option to choose sales page or direct to the order form. So just keep this in mind. And now we are actually good to go with the first step of our funnel, which is our sign up page. So that's published. So you can see that we've got another little block here added. We're going to be tracking signups that we're achieving. So this is visitors that are coming and then contacts that we got from that page. So the next step is to automatically send an email to these people who signed up from our sign up page. Now, typically we call this, in the email marketing world, a welcome message, which is sent right after someone signs up. But as you can see here, there's some handy descriptions with each step, but you could even create a series of emails within your funnel, and depending on, kind of your nurturing cycle, how long you think people may need to get to know you to receive your content before you present them with, a sales page and, options to buy. So I'm going to choose create an email. And now we just give the message a name. This is internal for me, so I can just call it welcome email. And then the subject, thanks for signing up for weekly coaching tips. and your from field options and some additional distribution settings here you've got. We'll go to the next. And as I mentioned, we've got corresponding template themes for all of the scenarios, and automatically, because I chose this template in the first step, it brings its partner email template right here to the top for me to make it easy. But of course, you can peruse all the different categories or templates for the message if there's something different that you want to actually use in this instance. But I'm going to go ahead and choose this template that matches my sign-up page, and we'll open the message editor. And again, we just need to customize it so it's relevant for our business. If you're giving them a free checklist, or do my weekly coaching tips. Here's the first one. And so I would say, hey, first name, thanks for signing up. Here's your first tip. Or this could be changed to learn more on my blog. For example, say you keep your tips on the blog or whatever it is. Just customize this. And now here's an example of how you could say, for example, PS, ready to take things to the next level. Are you so impressed with my first tip you actually want to, supercharge things? You could present your product in this email to say, go ahead and get this ebook and get all of my tips all at once, for example, instead of waiting, week to week, we could say. So that's quite a valid, scenario in my opinion. But as you can see how simple it is, that product work that we did at the beginning is now automatically populated and, looks really nice in these templates. And I'll also draw your attention to this e-commerce tab on the right side. And product box right here is what this is. And so if you have maybe a really long email, or you wanted to add an additional product box, you would just drag and drop this over into your message. And then you would just select your product. So you can see here's an additional product box right here, but you can also do a button. And the cool thing is that these automatically hyperlink to the sales page that we haven't even created yet. So you don't have to worry about hyperlinking this to somewhere to be sure that people go to the right place. It's already done for you. Similarly, this sales page button, you can of course customize it to say learn more or see the products, but this would automatically be hyperlinking to the sales page. That's why you don't see any button here, any icon for linking, because it's already been linked for you. So these are some additional options that you have within the message editor. But I think this is kind of a cool scenario to think, yes, are you ready to go? Why don't you get my ebook to move forward? So I'm going to go to the next step. Let's say I've customized this to be all about business consulting. And we can see now this has been configured is our welcome email. And we'll be tracking how many have been sent, our open rate, things like that. And day 0 is, remember, the same day that someone has signed up. So they signed up right here, and I send them an email that says, thanks so much. But if you want to actually send a series of emails, so maybe your first message doesn't present your products at all, it just says, hey, thanks for signing up. That's totally cool. And then you would just go right here to these little 3 dots here and choose add another email. And then you'll be able to create a series of emails with a delay of 1 day, 2 days, whatever you want, and keep adding, many different emails into the series. And maybe only in the 5th email, the 5th day or 2 weeks later, you actually present your product. So that's totally up to you. And these are the options that you have, and where you can add another email to your series. And for the sake of time, again, I will just be doing 1 email, but this is super simple, and it goes through exactly the same steps we just went through for this first one. And as you can see here, your sign-up page also has these 3 dots, because you can edit the page you've already created. You can also add another page. Maybe you want to create a different sign-up page for different sources of traffic. Maybe you would only send social media traffic to this page, and then you have another page that you are sending some other paid advertising traffic, or where other forms would be sending. This is just an option to create additional pages where you could send people if you wanted. Okay, so now the big thing is going to be happening to turn these contacts into customers. So we're moving down our funnel into actually where we want to really convince people to buy this ebook. So we need to create our sales page. And here, very handy, is our same template scenario. We see it here. But again, browse through, and if something else catches your eye, or you can, of course, build from scratch as well. You'll see the options here. And like Michael said, we're working on adding new templates every single day. It is a quite ongoing and exciting project here in GetResponse, and we're really having a lot of fun creating templates. And all of you all providing in the chat pod earlier with Michael about what you're selling, what you're looking to promote is going to be really, really helpful for us to create more templates that are really going to serve you all better. So I'm going to just choose this, and again, this is just internal for me, so my ebook sales, and I'd be able to preview the landing page and the order form. And Monster is chomping on even more code. And now, one more time, we are going to be customizing this content. But the reason it's here and all this content is here for you is because this is, proven, high converting layouts and elements of a page. Having additional buttons at the top header, keeping it personal. People like good narrative. They have to learn more about why they should trust you before they actually, hand over their money. So it's good to, back things up with statistics. Social proof, testimonials are really important. They need to, see that other people actually are happy with what you've provided for them. And then here is our beautiful product box yet again. And remember, in this, in the sign-up page, this is the same icon that refers to a product box. So if you wanted to add a product box a little bit higher up, instead of, hoping that people will scroll all the way down, you can, very easily drag and drop that product box into the sales page. And so this is, all here, and it's a lot of content, but it's good, and it's worth it. If someone's going to spend $50, on a really good ebook, they want to learn why they can trust you and what that's going to mean for them. And these buttons within the product box, so whenever it clicks, get yours now, they'd automatically be redirected to this order form, so where the purchase is actually going down based on the payment processor that you chose. But you could have some options here. For example, this button in the header. This is really handy. It's above the fold before anyone has to scroll. You could choose with this little hyperlink button here, you could have it automatically go to the order form, or you could have it actually, go to a particular page section. So you could actually anchor, for example, this is section 1, this is section 2, this is section 3, where I put the first product box. And so I could actually just anchor it to section 3. And then whenever someone clicks that button, it would automatically scroll them down to the product box. So these are just some kind of, interesting ways that you can play around with the navigation experience that someone has on your page. And so yet again, please pretend with me that this is all about consulting. This is all about business coaching and why you should hire me or download my $50 ebook. Because we now need to go to the order form right here. And the order form is required in order for someone to actually purchase within the sales funnel, and for us to be able to track your revenue. You do need to have the order form completed, but you can fully customize this. If you don't need their phone number, you don't have to include it. You can easily delete it. The only thing that is required to be kept on the order form is the email address, the product, of course, so they can actually select it, and then would be the payment type. So if you chose a different payment processor besides PayPal, you would be seeing credit card information here. But because if you remember way back setting up this funnel settings, I chose PayPal. So whenever someone actually clicks order now, they would automatically go to PayPal, where they can choose to pay with their PayPal account, or as you perhaps know with PayPal, you can also pay with a credit card. So that's how that would go down. And so since I chose PayPal, that's why we don't see credit card. But if you don't need all of these details, you don't have to ask for them. You can fully customize that as well. But we do have to keep this button and this product and the email address. And also, maybe I didn't show you this earlier, but if you click within the product box here, you see some additional options like adding and removing products, because you can present way more than one product. If you've got, a few products to promote, ebooks or an ebook and an online course or something, you can do that. I can click add and remove products, and then I could actually add a product right here. So let's say you just thought, wait, the ebook is cool, but actually I've got a cheaper checklist. So I want to give people, the option to actually download a checklist or sign up for an email course. On the fly right here, you could actually just add an additional product if you wanted to give people some more options. So it would only be appearing from this step forward, So just remember, if you actually added your product box to an autoresponder, to an email, this product would not be showing up there unless you go back and edit that autoresponder to add it back in. But it would be showing up here on the page, and then you can add it to your form as well. But this is something good to know. You can, present multiple, many products on the page, but keep it relevant if it makes sense to have multiple products. But definitely, it makes a lot of sense in a lot of cases. And then in that case, you'd be able to change the layout of your product. So 3 columns. Let's say I had 3 ebooks or 3 different topics I was promoting. I could present it like this. But since I'm just promoting 1 ebook on this page, I could choose this layout. But this is something good to keep in mind as well. These different options you have whenever you're customizing the sales page. And then on the order form, additionally as well, you can see to add and remove the products if you want to. These are some options you have here that are specific. So let's say that this is good to go. This is, I've customized it, removed any fields I don't feel are necessary. I can go to the next step. And now, very similar process like we went through whenever we were finishing up our sales page. The page title and description, so these SEO settings. So just, I'll call it 20 must-have coaching tips. And then the description, get the must-have guide, foundation for all successful coaches. And then this is what I was mentioning earlier in the sign-up page about setting up your domain. Because this is currently not editable, because it needs to be, a pre-configured URL because of all that automatic linking that we're doing for you, so you don't have to worry about checking if all the links are correct. It takes the domain that you have set up for your sign-up page, and then we just offer /offer page /order form. So this is the URL for your page and for your order form. So it's already been done for you. So now all we need to do is click publish. Now we're going to see a couple of new things here. So we're tracking visitors, we're tracking our signups, how many contacts, we're seeing how many people have opened and clicked that email that we're sending after they sign up. Now we'll be seeing how many people make it to our sales page. And additionally, there's this option right here, this element, where we'll be able to see the unique visitors and abandon rate of our order form. And also, we've automatically set up an automated abandoned order email. So if someone makes it to this order form, but then they leave and if they don't complete a purchase within 30 minutes of landing on the order form, we'll automatically send an abandoned order email to them to go, hey, wait, you left something really cool, come back and complete your order. And you can actually edit that. We automatically set it up for you, so it's super, super simple. It's just a very, plain, straight to the point, plain in a good way, not to be too complicated. You can preview it here, but you can edit it right here. And so we'll automatically have a button there that leads back to the order form, but you can just edit it right here if you want to change, personalize it, add an image or whatever it is that you want to do. But this is something important to keep in mind is here is to edit the email right there. And now one more step, which is the confirmation page. This is exciting. This is whenever someone actually has, paid $50 for my ebook. So I just want to, set up and cut the page that they see after that purchase has been completed. So here is my, template that matches my theme yet again. But again, you've got, reports others as well. So I'll select the template. So this is, thanks for purchase. This is just for me. And a bit of code munching is going to be right here. And so we would just be customizing this to say thanks for your purchase. Let's do this, whatever it is you wanted to say. And what's cool is that we will automatically populate the product box with the link to download that ebook PDF that we uploaded in the first step right here. So we can't present it here in the editor because I mentioned during the sales page, you could be, presenting lots of different products on your sales page, and you and we don't know what they're going to end up purchasing in the end. So automatically, after someone has purchased, we'll see whatever, if they purchased a few things or one thing of many, we would be populating those products right here automatically. And so you could just give some more information, what they should expect if they want, to go ahead and actually schedule a consultation with you. You could hyperlink this button yourself to your website, or to set up a another call or whatever you want to do here. So this is quite a simple step, but it's important to make sure it's applicable to what they purchased and anything they need to know moving forward. And I can actually show you what this will look like. I have an example. Earlier today I did a little test purchase, and I had to make it be $5, so I didn't have to spend too much money on testing. But this is what it would look like. So after they've purchased, you can see this was what it looks like for you. But then after they actually do the purchasing, it looks like this. And then you can see the button is automatically here for download. I clicked download, and here it is. There's my PDF. So I'll be able to open that up and be very happy to learn how to improve my coaching business. So this is a cool example of how it's automatically done for you once you did that, way back in the early stages of setting up your product. This is what it will look like after the purchase has been completed. So we'll go to the next step. And final, just the thanks for your purchase. Here's your, coaching ebook. And you can, change this if you want. Thanks for purchase. And we can click publish. And now you can see really good news that our funnel is good to go. But now here's some really important, couple of things to go over here. Is that it's really great that we create all these pages. We've got sign-up pages and automated emails and exit pop-ups and abandoned cart emails. But we do need traffic. We need people to actually see these pages. And so, social media ads are, posting on your social profiles. It's a really, huge and quite common way to do that. And so I've got a couple, bits of good news for you. The first is that GetResponse has a free app that you can all use called the Social Ads Creator. And as you can see, it automatically took and is showing you a preview. It took the product that I'm using in my funnel and is showing you kind of a quick example of the type of social media post you could create with this app. And so if you just put your phone number here, we'll send you a link to download it. And it's a really cool way to create these social media ads and banners that it can be animated, they can be static, but that you can then use to share on your social media profiles, or use them to create social media ads to be driving that traffic to your sales funnel, either to your sign-up page or to the sales page. And now the second bit of good news that's quite applicable to that is that GetResponse we're in the process of rolling it out, and it's almost everyone, but quite a few customers already have it, is that now in GetResponse you can create Facebook ads right in your account. And so you don't have to go to do kind of a complicated Facebook business account necessarily if you don't want to. Within GetResponse you can actually create your Facebook ads. And so this is where you'd be able to create an ad that's related to your product or to your sign-up page, and send traffic to that first, let's say maybe first URL of your sign-up page, and start filling your funnel with traffic. So this is two tools that have been created just for that one purpose of okay, sure, great, I have all this good content and all of these good assets prepared, but who's going to see them? Well, definitely a great place to start is, with social ads, with Facebook ads. It's a really, really great place to start. And this is why this pop-up is just reminding you of what to do next. And so I can see after I closed that, let's say I'm going to go to the Facebook ads soon and create my ad, but this is what our completed funnel looks like. So hopefully very soon I'll be having, tons of really, awesome results here. But there's just a couple more things I'll show you in this view, is that our confirmation page is going to be tracking here. So we'll be tracking the number of orders that we get, and then the completed orders, the completed purchases. And just like how we automatically set up this abandoned order email, we'll automatically be sending a confirmation email as well. So thank you for just confirming for them that everything is good to go. And you can also edit that email right here as well. But it's got a very simple, straightforward design as well, and it would be automatically linking back to the confirmation page. So it has a button that goes to the confirmation page, because in this case it's really handy, because that's where they actually download the ebook. They'd be able to get straight back, for example, to this page from the confirmation post-purchase confirmation email that's been set up for you. You don't have to set up any automations. It's been done for you, and you can edit it right here as well. So this is where you're going to want to be tracking and looking back and checking on your funnel to see how you're earning, to see how the results are coming, to check out your conversions from visitors to contacts and things like that. And definitely keep in mind each step has these additional tools to go back and edit the page, make a tweak, and do that right within your funnel as well. And now, as promised, with our funnel completed and actually filled out, I'll show you a couple of things. Is My Funnels, which is what you get to from right here, is where you can, if you for some reason need to turn your funnel on or off, or enabled or disabled, be able to at a glance monitor kind of your overall results. And then these are some additional options you have with these icons here. So you can just open your funnel. If you wanted to add contacts to the funnel, that would be actually adding them to the step of receiving that autoresponder. And so if you wanted people to actually enter at, let's say, step 2, if you already have some on your list that you think would be a great fit, you could do that right here, or additional, edit the settings again for it, or to show your contacts. Now, one more place I'll show you before I open up for even more Q&A, but I've seen my colleagues here typing furiously, so I'm sure you guys will be asking lots of good questions, is you might be asking yourself, I need to change something about my product. Let's say I needed to change something about this email. So I already did all this work. It's populated all my assets, but I need to change the description, maybe the image, something like that. We just need to go right here in our menu to stores and products. And then here is my store name. If you remember, that's what we called it. I can click on it. And then we've got the product here. And so this is, I can be able to see the revenue that's been coming from it, the type, all of this. But it's this right here where I can click edit. And if I needed to change the name for some reason, or the price, oops, actually it's $20 or whatever, or the description, or if you needed to, change out the PDF file, any of that, you can edit it and then click save, and automatically the changes that you make will be reflected in your sales funnel, in all of those assets you've already populated. This ebook, it will be automatically updated for you. So this is a very, handy place to know about, is that you can definitely edit your product after you've already set it up and populated in your assets, and then the changes you make will be saved there as well. So that is where I'm going to leave us within the desktop sharing portion of our webinar today. And so I want to go back to the webinar room and be able to stop sharing my screen and open it up for some questions. And so I'm going to just go quiet for just a minute. We're not done, but I'm just going to go quiet so we can actually change the look of the room, check in with you, see how it's going with questions, and then if I see some, good questions coming up or lots of similar questions, or if Michael tells me, hey, Abby, we've got a bunch of questions about this, I can come back on and answer them, share my screen again, whatever you guys need. So just bear with us for a second and see what you guys want to know. Okay, you all, I'm back on. I got a bit of a feel for what's been going on while I've been building funnels. I did see, for example, like questions about how long does a pro account have access, and what that means is some GetResponse customers who have been with us already have accounts, have been able to test AutoFunnel for free for 30 days. And so that's still ongoing. So we really hope that this webinar actually helped everyone get a little bit more familiar with AutoFunnel and how it's working. And you still have free access to test until June the 10th. And so you'll be able to test it until June the 10th. And then if you wanted to keep moving forward with AutoFunnel, which we really hope you will, you won't be able to live without it, just kidding. But we hope you will want to keep going with it. And so then you'll be able to upgrade to AutoFunnel and to get that access from June 10th. And I think someone wanted to see the view of the funnel wizard again. So I just need to actually change our look again to do that. So maybe let me see if there's any other big questions I can answer before I do that. I see a question about, will there be a replay? Yes, there will be. We will be sending the recording to everyone tomorrow. And definitely a lot of probably questions about pricing as well. So I can probably bring up the pricing page as well in just a moment to show you what that's going to be like, because it's really getting a lot of new features within GetResponse with the results of AutoFunnel. That's including payment gateway integrations, the actual option to build these funnels, brand new template scenarios and integrations with Shopify and Etsy. Facebook ads is going to be added, so there's a lot going on here. Okay, yeah, Joe, I see. So the test period is we're talking about for people who have already been GetResponse customers. Before we launch AutoFunnel, we're letting everyone try it for free for 30 days. Of course, if you create a free trial with GetResponse right now, you can also test AutoFunnel free for 30 days. Because within the free trial account, you can test all aspects of GetResponse for 30 days. So that's not what I'm talking about when I talk about June 10th. When I talk about June 10th, I'm meaning if you want to keep using AutoFunnel, then you would be upgrading to a different plan, because we've changed the pricing plans to accommodate AutoFunnel, because it is a completely, big new addition to actually what we're doing here. And so I think it's probably time for me to pull up the funnel and perhaps as well the pricing. So just a second. Okay, forgive me for a moment, everyone. I need to change this up a bit so I can share my screen one more time and show you all a couple of things. Okay, so just briefly, I know we're running out of time, and I'm sure my colleagues have already been telling you to please go to our 24/7 live chat team if you have questions after this. They're more than happy to help you and answer any questions that you have. If you've got feedback, they definitely have a line to reporting to our development team, so they can definitely know what you're asking about, and we could be tracking that as well. So this is, I think, someone wanted to see the funnel again. So this is, all of the steps. And then perhaps as well, it's worth it. I can show you the pricing structure for now. And you'll be able to see what it's looking like. Okay, I'm in the wrong account. And one more time. Here is the way that the pricing is working. So you choose your list size, so how many contacts you want to have in your account, the billing period, and then AutoFunnel starts the access at $49 a month, which is, in my opinion, really a great price for all of the options that you're going to be getting for actually being able to, process payments, set up actual funnels. There's, different tools that are going to be charging let's say quite a bit more than that, and this automation. So definitely go through this. I know there's a lot of details here to sift through, so I won't go through all of them. But if you do have questions exactly about access levels, again, please contact our support team. They are amazing at answering your questions and clarifying. This is AutoFunnel, where it's going to be coming into play here, as well as within our essential plan, starting at $49 a month. Okay, so I hope that's answered at least some of your questions. We are unfortunately hitting up on an hour, and so you all have been so generous with your time already to be here to learn more about AutoFunnel, to ask these amazing questions, to give us your feedback. We are supremely grateful for that, and we will be going through all of the chats and working to answer your questions moving forward as well. So my colleagues were typing very fast the whole time I was talking. I think their fingers are probably sore from answering all these questions. So even if they didn't get to one, they really did try to get to all of them, and we will be going through them. But if you didn't get your question answered, please, please, please reach out to our team. They'll be happy to help you. And definitely keep your eyes open. Like I mentioned, this is a very dynamic product. We're listening to you. We want to continue to develop and make AutoFunnel be exactly what you need it to be. And so we will be always updating everyone on the GetResponse blog, and as well, like Michael mentioned, to please join our landing page and Funnel Experts Facebook group. There are really, really cool conversations going on. People are sharing, they're helping each other. They're really, collaborating, which is a really cool thing to see. And, we also hop in as well. Lots of us from GetResponse to give some tips to provide some feedback, answer questions. So please join that group. I think it'd be really beneficial. It's always good to have like-minded people helping each other out with their business goals. So again, we have reached our 1 hour mark. I won't take more of your time. I want to thank you all so much. Keep your eye out for the recording. You're going to get to watch this again tomorrow, so you can pause it, rewind it, share it with a friend, colleague, whatever you need to do. So again, thanks so much for your time. You guys have been really, really great, and we're so excited to present Out of Funnel to you all. So have a great rest of your day, and we hope to see you in other webinars and on the Facebook group soon. Have a great day.